everyone, I just tried Nano Banana, Google's new AI image generator, and it's amazing. I asked it to create some fashion shots, and now I'm bringing those images into Figma to build an animated prototype. Let's see how it works and have some fun. Ready? Let's get started. I'm going to give these three pictures to Gemini. Choose the image model Nano Banana and ask it to put them on her. Perfect. Now let's try these pants on her. Nice. And this sweater too. I also want to change her pose a little. Lovely. Now these pants, so cool. And for the last one, let's change her pose again. Amazing. Alright, now it's time to pick our pictures and head over to Figma. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at what we have in the starter file. As always, you can grab it from the link in the description and follow along. In the starter file, I've added the pictures Gemini created for us, some pants and sweaters for our shop, plus the text elements will turn into text styles. Okay, let's start by creating our text styles. Select the first one, go to the design panel, click on the four circles next to typography and hit the plus button. Give it a name. In the options, you can adjust the properties. I'll just keep mine as is and hit create. Easy. Repeat the same process for the other text styles. Now we have all our text styles saved in the design panel, ready to use whenever we need them. Super handy. Next, I'll grab the frame tool and select the desktop frame. Let's start building our navigation. Grab the text tool, type the menu items and apply the navigation text style. Select them all, tidy them up and duplicate one more for login. Now over in the Assets panel, open the 26 UI kit, search for a search field and drop it into the desktop frame. I'll stretch it horizontally, reduce the padding and set the text size to 14. That looks a lot better. To complete the header, I'll bring in the icon and place it in the top left. Select all the menu items, hit Shift A to apply auto layout, then select the menu frame and the icon and apply auto layout again. Do the same for the search field and login. Finally, select everything in the header, apply auto layout once more and set the padding. Perfect. Nice and clean. Now I'll bring in the logo. I actually designed this years ago for a clothing brand. Okay, then hit T for the text tool, type a heading and apply the heading style. Add a subheading with the subheading L style and another with the subheading S style. Let's add a picture. I'll use the Unsplash plugin, so I'll draw a rectangle as an image holder, go to the plugins menu and run Unsplash. Search for something you like. I'm going with this one. Then I'll add a paragraph under the picture and give it the proper text style. Looking good. Now we need a call to action button. Grab the text tool, type shop now and use the button label style. Hit Shift A to apply auto layout, set the padding and add a stroke. Let's run the corners. 16 looks nice. I'll switch the stroke to a gradient, make it angular and use the logo colors to keep everything balanced. Let's make this button a component. I'll add a text property so we can change the label easily on other pages. In the name field, give it a label, and in the value, type shop now. You'll notice a little icon next to the property because it's not connected yet. To fix it, command click the text, then link it to the property in the design panel. Done. Now I'll add a variant to the component. Select the second variant and adjust the gradient angle and position. Switch over to prototype mode, connect the first variant to the second, set the trigger to after delay, and use Smart Animate with an ease out curve at 300 milliseconds. Connect the second variant back to the first with the same settings. Move it outside the frame, drag in an instance from the Assets panel, and drop it inside the frame. Let's preview, and there it is. After a short delay, the button cycles between variants. Cool. Let's build out our prototype flow. I'll duplicate the desktop frame for the next step. This will be the page that appears when you click the Shop Now button. Press F for the frame tool, hover over the frame, and click the plus to duplicate it. I forgot to rename the logo layer, so let's fix that in both frames. Just don't forget, for smooth animations in Figma, your layer names need to match across frames. In Desktop 2, I'll hide the logo and subheading layers, then update the heading and subheading. Move the paragraph outside the frame, but keep it grouped inside the Layers panel. Now I'll bring in the model picture. Select the button and update the label in the Properties panel. Thanks to Auto Layout, it resizes perfectly. Move the picture out. Next, select the pants. Align them vertically and apply Auto Layout. Drag them inside the desktop frame, shrink the pants frame, center the alignment, and check Clip Content to hide the extra. We'll make this scrollable in a second. Now do the same for the sweaters. Switch to prototype mode, set the scroll behavior for both pants and sweaters to vertical. Preview, nice and smooth. Now let's connect the Shop Now button to the second frame. Trigger on click, animation, smart animate, ease out, and the duration is 500 milliseconds. Let's make the interaction smoother so that when we click the button, the current elements move out while the new ones slide in. As I mentioned earlier, we need all the elements in both frames. So I'm going to copy the pants and sweaters and paste them into the first frame. Move the pants up and out of view. Use the arrow keys so they stay inside the frame. And move the sweaters down and out. I'll uncheck clip content so they're visible. Now add a layer blur effect. Right click to copy properties. Then right click the pants and paste properties. I'm also copying and pasting the model picture into the first frame and sliding it left of canvas. To sell that flowing out motion, I'll rotate the picture slightly in the second frame. Now rename these layers to stay organized and preview. Still not smooth. Something's off. Ah, the layer names don't match. This H is in caps. Let's fix that. Now it works perfectly. Now comes the fun part. Clicking on a sweater or pants will actually change the model's outfit. Go to the picture frame, select them all, and create a component set. Then I'll go through them one by one in the component properties and rename each one. The first as model and the rest from 1 to 5. Replace the image model with the component instance in both frames. Preview with Shift Space. Nice, it's working. Next, I'll duplicate the frames and in each frame swap in a different model instance. Now let's wire it up. I'll uncheck clip content for the desktop frame and the sweaters. Then click on a clothing item and connect it to the frame where the model is wearing it. Set the trigger to on-click. Use Smart Animate with an ease out curve and a 500 millisecond duration. Do the same for the other frames. For the last interaction, go to the model component, select instance 4 and connect it to 5. Set the trigger to mouse enter, then connect 5 back to 4 with mouse leave. Preview. Perfect. Let's add one more finishing touch. When you click the button, an overlay will appear. Draw a new frame smaller than the desktop and rename it to overlay. Add a heading, subheading, and a paragraph. Copy and paste the selected clothes, make adjustments, and add a button. Change the label, apply auto layout, and set spacing. Now we need a close button. From the Assets panel, search for one and change its label to X. Drag it into the overlay frame. You see, because of the auto layout, it snaps to the center. No problem. Select it, choose Ignore auto layout. Now we can move it to the corner. Round the overlay corners and add a glass effect. Let's place it on top of the last desktop frame to see it better. Adjust opacity, shadows, and blur until it looks just right. Nice. Now move it back beside the desktop frame. In prototype mode, select the button, set the action to open overlay, and choose the overlay frame. For the close button, set the action to close overlay. Now let's select the very first frame. Hit Shift Space, and there you have it. Our interactive clothing try-on prototype in Figma. And that's it. If you found this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, elevate and create.